Welcome back to 1011 this morning. The rate of absenteeism in Lincoln Public Schools is higher than the state's average in recent years. The state's average hovered around 22%, and in LPS it's at 25%. District officials say there's been a steady uptick since the pandemic. 1011 Chanel Taylor McCarthy has more on what's causing the issue and resources the school system has for families.
That's right, and to give some context, pre-pandemic, the district's absenteeism rate hung around 13 to 17% each school year. It's still a lot, but in 2024-25 school year, that number jumped to a staggering 25%. The district says the number is growing for a range of reasons. They say they can help, but they have to get those students in the building first.
Life is hard. There are a lot of barriers in our society, and school has to be a priority.
Director of Student Services Ryan Zabawa says the district considers missing more than 10% of the school year to be chronically absent. That equals to about 10 days a year or 2 days a month. Last school year, 25% of students in grades K through 12 were considered chronically absent. That's about 11,854 students across the Lincoln Public Schools system.
What we have seen post-pandemic is those numbers continuing to be about the same. They are much higher than they were pre-pandemic.
Reasons for chronic absences range from illness, truancy, transportation, and even anxiety.
Mental health is a big concern. But the great thing about Lincoln Public Schools is we have the resources to support students and families. We have 50 social workers in our buildings. We have licensed therapists that we contract.
Intervention begins in 3 stages according to the number of absences. Zabawa says a letter is sent home at 10 days, 15 days, and 20 days.
Once we hit that 20-day mark, we would review that and potentially have a conversation with the county attorney about filing that with the county attorney's office to see if there can be additional support for those families.
In Nebraska, when a school-aged child doesn't show up for school for the amount of time considered chronically absent in their district, it's considered a Class 3 misdemeanor, which can result in hefty fines and even jail time for parents. He says while it's a last resort attempt, in some cases it's necessary to go through the court system in order to get students the best chance at a successful school year, no matter what they may be going through.
If students are not in school, they're not learning, and we know that for a fact. So we need to do everything possible to get the students through our doors. Once we get them in our building, we can support them and love them up and help them be successful.
Lincoln Public Schools shared resources and tips for parents. You can find that under this story on our website.